before the crash of '08, the abuses in the subprime mortgage market in the United States were out of control. And state consumer protection agencies and attorney generals tried to stop the subprime lending predatory conduct. And the federal government and the federal regulators prevented state regulators from doing that. One of the great things about Dodd-Frank is it created the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB, which has turned out to be the most successful consumer protection agency, not only in the history of the country, but I'll bet you the history of the world. Right? It's been up and running about 5 years, and it has already returned more than $12 billion to more than 25-ish million Americans who were ripped off by financial firms. Right? That's a pretty good track record for a new agency that started literally from zero, right, a couple of years ago. And the problem is, nobody will be surprised to learn, that all those financial companies that had to pay back their ripped off customers the $12 billion, well, the point of ripping them off was to keep the $12 billion. So they hate the CFPB. And they have worked night and day and put enormous amount of resources into killing, gutting, or weakening the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. One of the biggest threats to financial firms in the United States is an effective cop on the beat. And the CFPB is an incredibly effective cop on the consumer beat. But it's important to remember that the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is just not about protecting Mr. and Mrs. Jones in Ohio from getting ripped off on the rate on their credit card. That's one of the things, and important things, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is supposed to do. But another very important thing it is supposed to do in policing consumer fraud in the financial sector is preventing crashes. So if you have an effective consumer financial protection cop on the beat, the thinking is if you catch it early, you stop it early, you prevent it from spreading, and you prevent it from building up again to feed into a crash. So they've got two really, really important jobs to do, and that's why they're in the bullseye of the financial firms in this country. And unfortunately, it looks like they're going to be successful under the Trump administration. The Trump administration has repeated the talking points of Wall Street, which has been trying to kill the Consumer Protection Bureau since it was created.